Oh, hello, hello. It's pretty noisy back here. They're doing construction. I'm entering from a different direction today, so we'll see how that goes. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. Alrighty, let's see. Let's go do this. Ooh, that's super loud. Oh my goodness, so much noise. We're gonna come from the back today. Oh, I had to park someplace really, really weird. I'm later than usual on a Friday, so I have a feeling I won't have too many people watching today. Maybe I'll do a little bit of time this way, and maybe if other people show up, I might go vertical. Separate live, we'll see. I can only stay until 7. We'll see what happens because I've been told we're going to have people joining us this weekend. So that's why I came later. So this is the door that everybody's going in and out of so they don't come around the front. So the only people we see are people that can't climb stairs. Hi, Miss Janie. I see that right? It's hard to see the screen. So bright. Love the Texas sun. Oh, and I wore the wrong glasses again. That's okay. Oh, they're open. I don't usually come from that way. See, we'll get them. Freeloader debt is not held up outside of the church because in the real world you cannot be charged for church services. It's a donation. Okay, guys, I'm putting up the. Oh, there's signs not out here. That's weird. Okay, that's fine, Miss Janie. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alrighty, so I have a lot of crap because I brought a chair, the only one I could find. My good one I couldn't find in the camper. So I'm going to be setting up. So I'm just going to let y'all, I'll come around and look at the chat every once in a while. There goes the Shade Tech. Yep. There they go. Over there. They're going that way. Oh, they haven't done the cafe yet. Just go make them uncomfortable. You can't really see, but I can. Oh, they missed the shades over here. So there's Heart of Texas Cafe over there is what they're calling it. Like that hasn't been done 1,000 times. So we're just gonna stand here until they get their butts over here. I wouldn't mind going in there. Looks nice. Hey Ben, we are in Austin, Texas. We are at the Austin Org, very nice building, right across the street from the University of Texas. And he bought this building 55 years ago. L. Ron Hubbard did. Took him that long to finally get it open for good. It's a little, there's a lot of people usually on the street during classes, but you know, they all graduated. So there they go. They're getting the cafe now. Alrighty. So this is nice. I'm so glad I got this. I got bottles of water and ice today. What I like right now, like later. Um, very shaded. It's shaded almost all the way. This didn't park all the way. The fan tech is failing. The bottle I have out. Let's see. Ooh, lots of people talking. Yep, Austin. Hi, Nico. Squirrel. Nico. Hi, Sunday. Hi, Brian. I think we stalk each other all over the chat, Brian. The famous F Sciento. Yep. Yep. Me too. I watched Natalie's. I watched a little bit of it getting ready today. But I had to walk away too much, so I finished it on the way here. I wanted to go watch Nora. She had a stream, but I couldn't find it. I was driving, so I had to be careful, and I couldn't find it right away. So, all right. So I thought I was gonna sit down, so I left the tripod low. So I'm gonna have to bring it up. So look away. Do not watch if you get sick. I'm gonna bring it on up to where it normally is. I may sit later. I hurt my ankle loading up the car today. Right now, it feels okay. The only thing I don't like about being here in the middle, I don't have that bench blocking people. But I got my handy dandy cane right here. This is my new, if y'all have been with me for a while, my pink foldable cane got broken. Or not broken, on my brain. Got stolen. I laid it down on the ground under the bench and walked. That was the only day, the whole time I've come here, that I was pacing back and forth. All right. Oh, I know. I thought this was one. This was one at noon today. She was gonna do. So, but I did. Yeah, they talked about it on Natalie's channel that she has a stream. She's fighting over. Hey, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Yeah, yeah. I did watch Rabbit. I watched Rabbit. Hey, Linda. Oh, I know. If you look on my channel, if you have, you probably have already. I did a box opening for it, and I did the. I put the link. It's from Temu. It was on sale for $20. I think it was on sale because it has the HDMI hookup and not the C. Oh, and did you see the little one? This is my fave because there's a pretty good breeze today. I might be able to just not use this one, but this one's on. It came with a little bottle. You can put water in this and mist yourself. This sucker doesn't last usually if I go over 2 hours. I think I'm going to turn it off because we got a little breeze going on right now. And let's see, I'm going to try to switch camera angles. I'm on StreamYard, so hang on. What? Oh, all that did was mute my camera. Nah, forget it. Now, see the frosting on the door? That was put up later because of us. Because especially when Pearl Snappy was here after dark, you could see in really well. So they found money to frost the door. I'm just like, they're probably afraid to bring it up to the powers that be because they broke it themselves with a screwdriver and a hammer. Alabama, we like Alabama. We've got relatives there. Ugh. Oh, yeah, Linda, me too. Those hot flashes are horrible. My husband, if we sleep at different times because he works at night, but when we do sleep, he's wearing a sweatsuit because I have fans and ACs all right on me. So I wanted to give everybody a few minutes to get in, and I always try to have a subject to talk about because you can only do so much when you're standing on the street and nobody's coming in or out. So my title was, so has everybody seen Hollywood Aja from yesterday or last night? I thought for oh hold on my fibro just screwed up my vocal cord. Ugh, hate that. Okay, I got so excited about it because now I heard she didn't spray him with pepper spray, that she had some sort of essential oil. I don't know if that was true or not. Um, anything in your eyes is not going to feel good. This is my fan. Oh, it must be on. I have to move back, y'all. I'm not even feeling this fan. I'm too far away from it. There we go. All right, there we go. That's better. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to turn it off. There's a really nice breeze right now. So I'm not going to waste the battery. Hi, Susan. Yeah, I was like that when I started Natalie's stream live, I think, and but I was putting makeup on and doing stuff like that. So I can only chat on my phone. So if I'm playing it on the tablet, especially the TV or something, I can't chat unless I have it on two different devices. Hey, Lewis, what's up? Yeah, we were about to talk about. Oh, that's fine, Susan. I'm later than usual. Look at this. This is how breezy it is. My fan's turned off. That's why it was falling over. I'm going to leave it that way. So I'm going to put that down before it falls down here. I'm so worried it's going to break. I love that thing. That thing's awesome. So yeah, I got so excited last night. I just happened to pop in to Tori. Tori, I got her notification. So I wasn't watching anything actively, but I saw Tori's notification. So I went to Tori, and I saw Chris uh, setting her up, and he showed the video of her attack, the guy attacking her. And my husband, who is in security, said because she warned him that she was going to spray him, that is going to go in her favor because she warned him. And that other guy, he had pushed her into the street before. I guess LRH, is that a one way, so they're not too worried about cars where the bricks are, because she got backed up into the street way too many times, and it bothered me before. Haggis Basher. Haggis Basher, I've typed your name enough that when I get the HAG, it just pops up in my recommend. So I'm always commenting on stuff you say. Let me see. My my regular sign got left in our vehicle that's at the shop, and I just haven't felt like going to get it. So I have like my original sign that I made up. So it was the first time I was here without Pearl Snappy the week before it opened. And there's a university co-op store a few doors down. And I went in, the first floor is all burnt orange, that's their color here, stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I looked at the signs and they had uh, office supplies in the basement. So I went in the basement. I got poster board and some Crayola markers, and this is all I was doing that day because I wasn't live yet or anything. See that? And I don't have to do. So I brought a chair because the breeze is blowing it over. Oh well. I brought a chair because putting stuff in the car, I had parked it on the street. It's more of a direct route to the front door. I knew there was a curb. I had stuff in my hands and I stepped down where I thought the gap between the car and the curb was, but I misjudged and my heel hit the curb and I rolled my ankle. I was like, and I fell into the car, all the stuff. Bye. So I have started to say, oh, yeah, I heard that. I've heard that. Oh, everybody's talking. Hold on. Yeah, I like the Scientology. Yeah, I know about the street being closed, but I still worry about them getting in the habit of backing into it. Children cannot consent. Children should not audit. If the authorities ever took notice and knew what auditing is and knew that underage children were doing it, y'all would be in jail. Okay. He's not here now. I know the guy with the backpack. We got a little close. I thought he was going to go in the front door. Yeah, I didn't mess with. I didn't do anything last night. I didn't charge the fans. I didn't mess with Streamlabs. I didn't do anything because I wanted to figure out. Oh, and I forgot to charge my knockoff GoPro. My son is blow away. I'm just gonna hold it. Just hold it. Um. Yeah. I noticed he got. I noticed when anybody gets too close to me. So I thought he was gonna go around me and go in the front door. I said hi. I like saying hi too because they know I noticed. But yeah. So anyway, I am amazed because they were in there so long with that guy that I really didn't think he was going to get arrested. I thought that, and I'm like, I'm surprised Aja didn't get arrested. The victims always do. So I was like, what? LAPD finally doing their job? That's amazing. I think somebody somewhere, sorry, my sign keeps hitting the tripod. Somebody somewhere finally took some notice and said, y'all are looking bad. And that's why they hired private security to do their dirty work. And hey, what's up? Okay, that's Colin. There's a video on here. This guy got aggressive with me. I think he would have got physical. He was working up to it. If Colin hadn't come by and got between us. The guy ended up getting arrested. I thought I was filming it, but it lied and said I was live when I wasn't. But it took, he I think the only reason they came so fast is while I'm on the phone with 911, I'm watching him walk into traffic and stop traffic in the middle of the street. Then he ended up across the street. It took 3 officers. He was fighting the whole time to get cuffs on him. That's what I said, Susan. It's about time. So Tori's the one I came in on, and there was cop cars, so I didn't know anything that was going on. And I said, Oh, so the cops get there before you now. You don't even have to call them to arrest you anymore. They're already there. I didn't know something was already going down. I know. I don't see how anybody can look at that video and not backed her into the street. I don't care if it's closed or not. And she warned him. Does anybody know if it was pepper spray or something else? Because they also said, we can get in trouble for having pepper spray while we're processing. But if you're there with no sign and just your camera, then I consider that First Amendment auditing. I can see how they would call me a protester. I've got anti-Scientology signs and stuff. Yeah, that can burn too, especially if it was tea tree oil or peppermint. That's a good idea. Did she put that? Can you refill a pepper spray container? I'll have to ask my husband. That's a really good idea because I don't bring pepper spray. He bought one for me because I don't want to get in trouble. But that's enough to make somebody back off. The only time it won't work is my husband unloaded the big can that security carry. There was this guy who found out he was on a 3-day meth bender. He ended up getting attacked because he didn't want to pull his gun. The guy was unarmed, but he was way bigger than my husband. He unloaded a whole can in that guy's face and it didn't even faze him. That's the only time that you got to worry about that. But yeah, I could see how some essential. Oh, I wouldn't want to get tea tree oil or peppermint in my eyes. I've gotten it on my skin. It's not the kind it's for, well, no, I do have the food grade. I have a lot of food grade oils for different things. But yeah, I think somebody realized we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep filming their dumbass. And I think ever since the thing went down with Michael and they showed that guy lying his butt off, you can hear him go by somebody's camera and say, "You hit me," when he didn't. We proved he didn't even tap his shoulder. He stopped. He's like, no, he knew that's probably not a good idea. What I do suggest for anybody, and if you're in somebody else's chat, tell them this, they need to keep their distance. Michael said he'd had a really good conversation with that cop like the earlier in the week, so he felt comfortable. No, you should never do that. You should give them their space so they can't try to frame you for anything. My husband is the same way. He doesn't want anybody coming in a certain space. He doesn't, unless he needs to detain them. And if they start coming towards him, his hand is on at least his pepper spray. Because he has to, he roams around half the night. Half the night he's watching cameras. Half the night he has to go to all these properties these people own and check them at night for homeless people and stuff, usually. Check doors. So he never knows what he's going to come up on. That man. Ah, Chichicana. I think so. That's probably how he travels. Probably very comfortable in there. I got to get me a miniature David Miscavige. I don't have any of that stuff yet. Oh man, I went through 4 bottles of water in my last live. So I bring a cooler now with at least 3 bottles. I always buy one when I stop at my pit stop at the pizza place and give them a 50-cent tip because they watch my wagon for me when I go to the bathroom. Yeah, I appreciate that, Chichicana. That's awesome. It's hard to move my camera back and forth when I'm in StreamYard, but that's the only way I can go horizontal. I did tell people if you come back, we're gonna do vertical once a week because I know I hate it too. I don't like it either. But um, it goes into so many short feeds, and you get all these people that have never heard of SPTV, never heard of Scientology, or don't know anything about it. And both times I got like 50 subscribers the first time, but then like 15 dropped off because I didn't do anything for a few days. So then the last time I went vertical, I got like 30 subscribers. So to me, I've got enough subscribers now. I don't care if I go up. I just but I need the watch hours. But something I noticed, and I don't know if this is true, I need to ask other people to watch. So I'm paying attention to my watch hours because I don't so when I did the verticals, my watch hours didn't go up very much, but my short watches did. The number of I don't know how to say it, people that watch the shorts. So they're counting that as only a short and not a live stream. And I wonder if they took the horizontal off of your settings because this way they don't have to give you as much ad revenue. Because oh, Sandy, I know. You'd think I would, but no. It's just that dang hot here. I didn't even check the weather. I just know it's dang hot. I'm just glad. I like coming this late because look how shaded. This building's so tall. At 2:30, I'm usually in the shade, but it's super shady all the way to the street now. And um, there's a breeze, so it's feeling really good today, even though it's hot. Because, oh my goodness, my daughter and my grandkids live in Southern California. They live about an hour inland, Riverside. I spent a month there in September. She likes it. She doesn't want to come back. They broke up, but they have to still live together because of the lease. That's fun. She has nobody there, no family, just her. And when he's gone, that's it. So she doesn't want to come back to Texas. It's too hot. They, you know what? I think there is a pool, but I never hear her talking about taking the kids down there. I did make it, Hitzel. I have to leave no later than 7. So I did come later. I had to come later because I had to switch out the rental car because I've never smoked. And I found out in my 20s I'm allergic to it. I would go dancing. I love to dance. We had this really great dance club here in Killeen. It had a 3-level lighted dance floor. It was so much fun. But when I would go, I would lose my voice for 3 days, literally gone. And like I had bronchitis and found out it was the smoke. So I have to be careful. Oh, the lore of DOA's paranoid schizophrenia. Was your house doxxed? Oh my gosh. Who did that? That's awesome. Or awesome. I mean, that's awful. That's my fiber brain. No, I've got a cooler with like 4 waters in it, but I've got some cash on me. Would you get me a Reese cup? I'm hungry. Because normally I packed a sandwich and I don't eat before I come. Um, and I usually eat my sandwich. Well, the last couple, since I got the cooler, I ate my sandwich on the way home because I was going to restaurants, but that was getting to be too expensive. Um, so I didn't realize coming this late, I may be eating my sandwich while we're live streaming. Thanks, Hitso. I appreciate it. Yeah, that is horrible. Was it on a channel? Was it on the Discord? Yeah, I saw that. What does LVC stand for? I know I've heard it, but I don't remember. I saw a piece of that today. So was he at her house? Is that what that was? I just know that he was losing it in a neighborhood, and I thought, what the heck? I just heard DOA talking. So is that where that was? I saw him, and I'm like, okay, you got to wear a mask, dude, but you're gonna come to somebody's house. Yeah, I didn't realize it was you either. I think it came through on DOA's channel. That is scary. Totally. We've got those. We've got a different disease DZEE cameras. They're pretty good, but we also went ahead. There was at Christmas time a Ring camera was on sale, and what we like about the Ring camera is my husband, where he works, they do have some Ring cameras, and people, there's a site where people can get on there and say what happened if something happened in the neighborhood. And he got a video in downtown Waco, guys. There was a mountain lion in somebody's yard, and he has to go in and out of dark, around dark buildings, and there's coyotes. So he had to be, that was good that he found out about that. We haven't got ours hooked up yet, but that would be the one reason I would recommend a Ring camera, is because you get the neighborhood working together if there's a porch pirate or something like that. Yeah, I mean that's the thing around here is, you have Waco, then nothing. I live exactly halfway between Austin and Waco. My husband, since he retired, he did 8 years in North Austin as security in the worst hotel. And then when COVID hit, they took him over the hotels he was working at for COVID, and he got lucky and got this contract in Waco, same exact distance. And it's been amazing. He loves it. It's night and day. He went from dealing with prostitutes and drug dealers to, well, he's the only one that works at night, but he did work during the day, and it's moms and kids where he's at. But he's glad he doesn't have to work days. Those guys are standing outside so much, their black hats are fading. I feel for them. But anyway, I wanted to talk about Aja some more because, dang, I am just super psyched. You know what? I don't even care for me. I'm sure Aja feels different. I don't even care if the charges stick. Just the fact that they arrested his butt and he was in jail till 4 a.m., that's a win. That's a win. But yeah, yeah, I would recommend, but they're more, we got it on super, super sale. So we have 2 cameras that are on their own account. And we'll be putting up the Ring camera because my across the street neighbor, it sucked. Our porch camera stopped at the road at the beginning of her driveway. And somebody tried to snatch her purse while she was at her car, and we didn't get it. Yeah, I know, Chichikana. That's exactly what I expected. Well, I think he got arrested. You have to do, because they weren't there, you have to do a private person's arrest, and that is pressing charges. Because I don't know why LA is that way. They have the weirdest laws for LA County or LA City or whatever that just protect the cops to no end and help the citizens in no way, shape, or form. Yeah, my husband, who's in security, some of you probably already heard me say this. I told him about it, and I said that she warned him ahead of time, and he said that's gonna work in her favor. That she warned him. That she says, "I'm gonna spray you. Get away. Don't hit me." So I really didn't have any high hopes at all, and it was perfect the way that van showed up and opened the door as they were putting him in the car and putting cuffs on him or something. Oh my gosh, that was so awesome. Maybe they'll learn their lesson and stop attacking us. Or, well, not us, but I did get kind of attacked. We still don't know if it was just somebody on something or they paid him off, but he was going to get physical with me. He circled around me. And you know what to do in your mind. Yeah, Chichikana, that was a moment. That was a moment. I hope that was a turning point. I really do. That they realized that the auditors, the protesters are never violent. It's been pretty heavy starting in November when the TikTokers kind of joined Will. So December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So for 6 months, none of us have gotten physical with anyone because they get all weirded out when there's a crowd. And I'm like, but they've never done anything to deserve make you really want to go see them as a dentist. They need to make that viral. Oh, I think it will be. I think it will be. But I'm hoping that they're starting to realize that, yeah, they have to do Scientology's bidding, but that the protesters aren't doing anything wrong. I wish I could do chalk tech. I have an idea. My husband is not working on my sign. I'm starting to get irritated. I have a new sign. I bought all the stuff to make it. I need him to cut it, the PVC pipe, and use a heat gun on it and flatten it some more so I can attach the sign to it. And it's going to be like 6 feet tall or more. Maybe he showed his pearly whites on the mugshot. He can use it for an advertisement. Oh, I can't wait till we get the mugshot. I will put that on my community tab. Everybody should. Make him go viral. That would be awesome. Oh, yeah. You know how they are. Most of the people they get lured in there are dentists, chiropractors, stuff like that. And they try to get them to teach their employees the business Scientology. Yeah. Did you hear about Tampa Brad? Well, I don't want to move on just yet. So, because it was my title. I'm hoping that it finally has gone viral enough. I think it might have something to do with us going vertical too. I think forcing us to go vertical like YouTube did, that it's getting out to more people that have no idea what we're doing. But did you hear about Tampa Brad? He had to take all his videos down. And I'm surprised it took this long. What the heck, Osa? I tapped my mic, but I don't want to hurt your ears. Osa, dude, y'all aren't doing your job. Tampa Brad shouldn't have had his videos up that long. Y'all are behind the game. Your Osa tech isn't working. I'm going to get me one of my really cold waters out. Boy, I'm loving this breeze right now, you guys. I don't need my fans today. Oh, and look. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it folds down like this. Oh, I'm going to use this when I'm camping too. That's why this stuff, most of the stuff I bought, my husband's been kind of okay with because it's going to serve double duty. The cargo wagon, the fans, all that stuff is going to work when we go camping. We have a camper. We haven't used it. Oh, oh, that's nice. That was hot with me. You know how hard it was for me to find a cooler? A small, I wanted a hard one. I didn't want a soft one. I've had those and they suck. Yeah. Dual purpose. Yep. All right. Nope. There's 200 of us now. Yep. Go Buckeyes. Nope. There's 200 of us and growing all over the world. That's a lot. Just watch. I know what you meant, Sandy. I'm the same way. I've told you. I used to type 71 words a minute, but this phone is just evil. I got the flip phone that folds in half, not the flip phone Galaxy. And I got it because it comes with a strap and a wallet attached, so it's like a little mini purse. And I love it. But it's narrower than most cell phones. And there's nothing I can do to make the keyboard bigger except make it taller. So, oh my gosh, I'm always hitting O for I all the time, just all the time. Oh, it's pink. The scooter is pink. Or the wheelchair, whatever you can call it. I don't get it. Why did Tampa Brad have to take his videos down? Because he was talking about Scientology. And they're not allowed to do that. If you want to know about Scientology, you have to read a book. And he was on there as a Scientologist talking all this stuff about Scientology. And nobody's allowed to do that. So I'm really surprised it didn't happen sooner. Oh, it's great. You should get into tech. And I love Grant Cardone and, whatever. But the only publicity they want put out there is what they put out. Their videos and their commercials, what they're okay in. And he was putting out way too much information, I think. I didn't mind it. But oh yeah, he's a Scientologist. New. Because when he started his videos, so he lives in Clearwater, or well, Tampa. I mean, always Tampa. I mean Tampa. I'm wrong. And I guess his dad, because about a year ago is when it started, and Aaron really talked about him. So if you want to go watch Aaron, that's how Clearwater Chat started, because it was kind of supposed to be a parody of Tampa Brad. Yeah, go back and watch where he's new. Oh, did you? You don't know? You probably don't even know this part. Him and his wife were doing OnlyFans videos together, doing adult things, and to pay for Scientology. His dad owns, I believe, a realty business. It's some business called Home Something, and he was trying to get, I guess, employees to take it. I know, Chichikana. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. You got to go back and watch those videos. People were talking about, yeah, they were playing. They got to find the earring in the couch cushions. Yeah, I mean, it was honest at least, but I think they finally made when they realized they made them stop. And I'm just like, this guy you got to go back last year and watch Aaron's videos. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. So he said if somebody can make a Clearwater or something or a parody, so Chad, who doesn't live in Clearwater, became Clearwater Chad as a parody to Tampa Brad. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Everybody just assumed that the church would make them take them down. So I don't remember those. I can remember a lot, but I have that fibro fog, so I do forget details sometimes. You probably talked about it, but it's a blank. I don't remember. I've never watched OnlyFans. I'm not giving people my money. It's weird. One time in my life did I watch that kind of stuff, and it was back in the 80s when I was in high school. And there was 3 of us, and the guy friend said, well, let's go to the movies. And he took me and my friend to an X-rated movie theater. And I sat there for about 15 minutes, and I was kicking him the whole time. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to. That's why I was like, no, we're leaving. This is ridiculous. It was weird. That was before the internet. Oh, I think I got too much water. That's full. But there's too many days in between. What is OnlyFans? Is it like porn? It can. It's. I didn't think it was, but this is how it works. Um. Oh, taxi driver. Man, I saw that when I was like 9. It was weird. Was your friend Travis Bickle? Okay. So it started out more like girls would go on there and you would pay for a membership and it'd be a live stream just like I'm doing, only in their bedroom, and they might wear lingerie. I don't know how many of them actually went full Monty. Um, and it's a business. That guy, Andrew Tate, that's how he got his money. So what they do is they either rent or buy a very expensive house like in LA. They put all these girls up in different bedrooms. This is if you're not doing it yourself. And they do collabs with each other. The more money you pay, you can get special private time online or pictures. This is what I understand it to be. And so that's why it's called OnlyFans. So you pay for a membership. There was a dude that fell in love with one and literally gave her like almost $200,000 and never met her. So, Thor, I just baked rum and raisin chocolate sourdough. This is so good. I'm hungry right now. Hitzel's bringing me a candy bar, but I might have to eat my sandwich. Man, I was so unprepared for today. Alex, hello, hello, hello. All right, let me get my notes out. I can't just talk to everybody inside here. I have the, I have the human trafficking list on there, and Scientology meets all the criteria. Signs of human trafficking: living with employer, living in cramped, poor conditions, taking identity papers like your passport away, telling you you won't make any money outside, you have to stay there, not being able to talk to the person alone, rehearsed answers, and the last one, first answers. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Oh my gosh, there's one lady, she made millions, millions. She was showing her closet with her expensive purses and stuff, all from OnlyFans. Teach can I know, right? That's the human trafficking list. I missed the last one. Let me think. Living in poor conditions, living with employer, taking identity, rehearsed answers, can't see. Oh, physical abuse. One more. Ooh. Taking identity papers. Oh well, I'm close. Yeah, the only reason I know anything about it is I saw something pop up about Andrew Tate, and that's how he started. I don't know if you know him, but he got arrested in Romania for human trafficking. I don't know where it went. I think it might have been dropped. I don't know. But so, hi. I'm getting a headache. When I get a headache because I can't think. My fiber fog, trying to remember stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna try this. Are you still there? Everybody can still see me? Um, he's a piece of crap. And the thing is, part of what he talks about and tells, he's trying to make men masculine again and be in charge of their women and be in charge of their house. And that's his spiel and why everybody knows who he is. Well, then he went to Romania. He started out doing having girls work for him on OnlyFans. So he like provided all the equipment in the house and all that, and then they only got a part of it. Then he went to Romania and was trafficking these girls and not letting them leave, and they didn't speak a lot of English, and it was definite human trafficking, and they did arrest him, but I don't know what. He's back in the States. That's all I know. Hey, psych. But yeah, he's very toxic. He's talks a very toxic game. The only reason now. Oh, there's more. Now, how am I supposed to do this? No, that's not what I wanted. I was gonna put the invite in if you wanted to come on and talk because I'm on StreamYard. I copied it, but I don't have a spot to paste it, so it may not work because I'm on my phone. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. There's literally nowhere to put it. Invite, copy. There's nowhere to put it. So there's nowhere to put it, so I can't do it. Sandy's here. Yeah, we were talking about Aja earlier and the win we got. Like I said, even if somehow they get crooked and drop the charges or whatever, at least he got arrested and stayed in jail till 4 a.m. I'm just happy. I do, but I actually put it away, psych. There's such a good breeze right now. And being later in the day, there's so much shade that I didn't need it. I put it away. So, unless the breeze disappears, I'm good. I did bring it. I almost forgot them. I actually was almost late because I gave myself a certain amount of time for my pit stop. I forgot my tripod, and we're in a rental car, so nothing's where it should be. And it's black interior and a black tripod in the trunk. I totally forgot it, so I had to go back and get it. Alex, I know, right? I was listening to Aaron and Natalie earlier, and they said silver is Sea Org, gold or bronze, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's one color or two, is like level 5 staff. I thought the gold was Sea Org. I didn't see silver, so now I know the difference. So when I get I've got an umbrella that's a reflective umbrella, and once I get that, I'm gonna set up over there by those trash cans because a lot of these people are going in and out the side door, but it has stairs. So what we get coming in the front door is either A, people don't know they can go in the side, or B, people that can't go upstairs. Oh look, my pigeon friend is back. Hi, Mr. Pigeon. I should bring him something to eat. Get some bird food, some seeds. Hey, Mr. Pigeon. What are you doing? He's just walking around. You want to come here? I don't know how they sound. Here, yes, it won't stop raining, and that's why the humidity is high. Normally, by end of June into July, our grass is dead, and there's cracks in the ground. I kid you not, that I've stuck a stick in before that was 18 inches deep. Um, we're still having to mow our grass, and it's the humidity that's getting to me. I'm gonna take my hat off. Um, I don't know what the heck's going on. It's ridiculous. And I hate it because the dogs come in muddy all the time. But I'm sure there's people that need it, maybe. But we have two man-made lakes near where I live up near the base. If you ever look up Fort Cavazos, um, they were made by the Army Corps of Engineers. And it was so low. There's a Stillhouse Lake has an island. And we've actually swam over to it before with a raft. But it had a land bridge. You could walk across it. It had been there so long that some trees were starting to grow. And last time I looked, last month, it had rained so much that all the way up to the bathrooms were covered to the roofs. The little, what do you call those, pavilions that people sit at were covered. All the roads were covered. There was no shoreline left. It was so overflowing. Because I drove by that way on purpose. I wanted to see what it looked like. You can have it, Psych. You can have the rain. Please, please take it. I need it to be drier. Because I usually only use my inhaler in like March, April. And then I'm usually good. I have very mild asthma. This is the most problems I've had with my asthma since I've been here for 30 years. I didn't get diagnosed with it till I was in my 30s. But, so what do you guys think about what happened with Aja? Do you really think the LAPD is changing? Or did they move some officers? Are we getting new officers? I don't get to watch LA very much because, there's so many of them and they go on for 3 and 4 hours. So, you can't ever find, I wish they would clip out more things that happen during their lives, which I'm trying to do. I've been lazy about it. I'm going in, I started at my first video and I'm going through and I'm clipping out all the neat conversations I've had with people that have come by. So that people that may be new to the channel, most of us don't want to sit and watch hours and hours of live streams. Most of it can be pretty boring. Like after the fact when you can't chat and stuff. So I'm going to try to do that and put it on the channel. Psych. In my area, I don't mind a little humidity, but Texas and Florida are straight rude with it. Yeah, normally I'm in central Texas, so I'm not near the coast. So I'm from up north, so the humidity level here for me seems low for the most part. Our rainy season is usually when other people are getting snow. This is ridiculous. Hey Danny, what's up? We were talking about what happened last night in LA. Were you there? Because I was popping in and out. Man, I was like, that's a win. Even if their corruptness shows and somehow they don't keep the charges, at least he had to go to jail and stay in jail till 4 a.m. I still consider that a win. So we were just talking about, do you think the LAPD, somebody on high, either in the church or in the LAPD, have said, you know what, this is starting to look really bad. Maybe we need to change. L. Ron Huffcult. Yeah, Aja's evidence was awesome. And like I said before, my husband's in security, and he said because she warned him first, that's going to go well in her favor because he was warned. And I like her idea of using the essential oils because if you use tea tree oil or peppermint, that's going to burn. I got the peppermint on my skin one time. Woo. Yeah. It had to be something like that, though. It had to be something you couldn't freaking deny. You had to back into the freaking street. That's the part I don't like, is they try to push them off the sidewalk. I know that street's closed off, but what if it happens somewhere else? It worries me. It just worries me. We're lucky here because check out our sidewalk. So look how big it is. We're one of the only orgs I've noticed that has such a huge sidewalk. And then you have the bike lane, and then you have parking. It's not like a lot of people parked here. Classes are out for the summer, and I don't know if summer classes have started yet. So we have a lot less foot traffic. Normally it's packed. There's hundreds of people walking around. Yeah, it is wide. And see, that's the problem. I can't get near the door without it looking like on purpose because we have all this sidewalk behind me. So I don't get the only way I can do it to get near people that are coming in is to stand over there on the corner where those trash cans are. Oh, okay. Around Hubcall, where are you at? I've got to go through the sptv.space list again. I didn't realize that it gotten so big. I've got to subscribe. But everybody gets 2 subscribers from me because if you see me in the chat with my picture, I try to do all of that with my personal account. And then my protest account is the Texas symbol. I don't try to do chats or memberships or anything with that one. I accidentally became a member on Dan Walks LA with that account. I'm going to have to switch it because I didn't realize what account I was on. I only use that for protesting. Denmark. All right. My ancestry DNA says I'm from there. I wasn't surprised they just said I was straight up Viking. I'm so susceptible to getting sunburned. It's ridiculous. And I joke that I'm the minority in my family because my husband is part Native American. So that makes my kids Native American. And I'm totally European. Totally. The Scottish is what threw me for a loop. And then it keeps getting bigger. They say they'll retest your stuff as things get better, and it keeps changing. If I go a few months, I'm more Scottish and less other stuff. But Denmark's on the 4th one. It's like a single digit though. But I knew I was from up north there. Yeah, Chichicana, it's super. If you're talking to me, the thing about Austin is it's like its own little country inside of Texas. It is not Texas. You won't hear the Texas drawl here. Everybody comes from somewhere else. Well, same thing happened in the military town I'm at. The first thing you ask somebody is, where are you from? Because you might have kids that were born there and are still there. Like my daughter was 7 or 8 months old when we got there. We've been there 30 years. My son was 5. So they grew up here. Yeah, I got to use that sunscreen. Oh, haggis. I know. So the last time I checked, I'm up to 46% Scottish. And I'm like, I'm doing the checking my ancestors and I haven't found one. I don't know where the heck that's coming from, but it's a lot. And then English. I knew I had an English grandmother. She was 4'10". That's why we're all short. But yeah, I have sunblock with me. I didn't have to put it on today because I'm later than usual and I wasn't in the sun. But look, guys, this is just from standing coming here. I haven't gotten sun and I don't know if you can see the difference. And then my freckles come out. Once I get a little bit of sun on my face, I stop wearing foundation. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, so that's gold. I would call that gold, not bronze. Maybe some of them look bronze because they've faded. Yeah, LRH bought this building 55 years ago. This was not part of the ideal org. He bought it because it's across from one of the biggest colleges, University of Texas. And he thought he was going to get college students in here, but they waited. Yep, farmer stand. Yep. They waited too long to open it. I saw pictures of this open years ago, but there was a balcony. Like they moved the walls forward. If you look it up, there was a protest. That's why I found it. I said protest in Austin. I got these pictures from like 2008. So I don't know if it was open for a while or not. I need to figure that out. Yeah, I only wear mascara and lipstick and some concealer and foundation. And as soon as I get in the summer, when I get some color, I'm very careful about the sun. But if I can get a little color, I don't have to wear foundation anymore. When the sun reaches its maximum temperature, the skin must be protected. Yep, you should see me. I got sun poisoning the second summer I was here. Oh, that was horrible. I couldn't even wear clothes. It was horrible. Elron, I envy you because of the sun. In Denmark, we have no sun most of the time. Last week, I had to put on my winter jacket. Well, I know that I got DNA from there because I actually like rain and I like overcast. I actually get motivated and want to clean and do like a spring cleaning. I don't like sun. And my husband was all kinds of happy that he got stationed here in 93 and we stayed 17 years. Got stuck here because at the time he weighed like, when he went in the army, he weighed 117 pounds. He had to eat some bananas and drink milk before the weigh-in to pass. So he would shiver when it was 60 degrees outside in PT. So coming here, he loved it. So I wanted to go to Germany and see stuff and see the world, but he would have had to train in snow. I couldn't make him do it. He was the one getting up at 5:30 every morning and going out to run to take care of us. So yeah. Oh, I love my baby light. Right. Hands are sticky. Can't believe I left my baby light. Hopefully that's better. Oh, awesome, Rika. Glad you made it. Oh, I know. I got sun poisoning. I was reapplying sunblock, but I found out the sun in Texas is way different from where I'm from. And I couldn't wear a shirt for a week. I had to make this weird wraparound thing and it prickly hurt and itched. And I had a home daycare at the time. And so I couldn't call off. I had to keep going. Let's see. I get everybody. You likely have relatives in Kentucky then. A lot of Scots settled there because they say it was someone. Yeah, I lived close enough to Kentucky that we would cut school and go to Kentucky. So yeah, I have a lot in Indiana too. So that's entirely possible. I'm from the Midwest, that side of the Midwest. So I'm still doing the work because it's a little bit tedious and expensive now. So I'll sign up for a little while and then I'll work on it for a little while. And then my cousin called me the other day. I haven't talked to her in ages. We talked for 3.5 hours. We started out with the genealogy. We haven't been home. We only get to go home for like funerals and stuff. My husband's saving up his vacation time to get his hernia surgery. So, but all of our parents are gone. I don't really have anybody left. And it's hard sometimes for my kids didn't grow up in your family. And when you can, even if you're stuck here 17 years, if you make friends, they're going to move away because they're going to be army brats. I love everything about Texas except the heat. I'm usually inside from May to September. This is unusual for me to be outside. And I think that weighed on my mental health because I grew up canoeing and camping and doing all this stuff, and we couldn't do it here. It's too hot. I couldn't handle it. Even when I was thin, it didn't matter. I had heat exhaustion 3 times in basic training in '86. And once you have it, it makes you very susceptible. So I have to be super, super careful. But let's see. SPTVfoundation.org or .com was created by ex-members just like you that escaped and got out and made a new wonderful life. You can see them all on YouTube. They have channels. They're having fun. Go check it out. I love that it's cracked. They can hear me. I'm using my drill sergeant voice. I'm going to flip it around for a little while. Hold on. I'm going to flip the camera. And it did something weird yesterday, so hang on. So I go to, nope, not that. Go settings, camera, facing. All right. Okay. Hopefully you're still there. Oh, ooh, I'm too close. I'm on StreamYard and it's all new. That's really close. And too high. Oh, I have high. I need to put it low. Hang on, I'm going to move the camera because I have to use my both bifocals and I don't want to make you guys look up my nose. I'm getting a new pair that isn't as big. Let's see. Yeah, you can still see me. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I can see it without you. I really like this. I'm going to get rectangle small glasses, which our eye appointments were yesterday, and we forgot. It was one of his days off, and we were being lazy. Chicana. I know, right? Oh, this is weird. It's backwards. That's weird. I'm going the opposite direction. This is fun. I like learning new stuff. It's fun. Once I get, sometimes, some days I'm like, oh, I don't want to go out of the house. But once I get outside and in the car, I'm good. I'm like, this is fun for me. Gets me outside, gets me breathing fresh air, sort of. Let's see. David Miscavige drives a Bentley while you guys might make $200 a week if they're paying you. Or if you're Sea Org, what is it, $47 after tax, and he's getting handmade Italian shoes, you might be in a cult. Elron, I know. We just do it. Nobody knows. That's why I like, in a way, I'm liking the vertical, making us go vertical. I'm going to do it once a week. It's annoying to regulars, and I'm good with that if y'all don't want to watch those days. But I got so many new people that didn't know anything. And that's worth doing it. My son is calling me. He will need to call his father. I put on Do Not Disturb. Why am I getting a phone call? Do Not Disturb, and I turn down all my notifications. That would Going vertical makes it so hard for me to read and interact with chat. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm only going to do it once a week. I figured out how to do this the right way on StreamYard. So I try to come 3 times a week, and one of those I'm going to do vertical. So I'm fine if y'all don't want to watch it. That's fine. I don't like it either. Because we're not getting the watch hours from it either. It's showing as a short. Because I have one short on my channel, but I have like 300 views. No, in shorts. That's from going vertical. that say McDonald's pays $20 per hour. I know, right? Gosh. When I was young, I was doing that. I think minimum wage was like $3 an hour. Tennessee probably have a set to allow favorites even when on do not show. That's possible. Oh, we've been talking about places we want to move and get out of Texas because I really need to. My husband really wants to go to Tennessee, but I said Tennessee is getting more expensive, isn't it? Yeah, that's possible. Oh, I get what you mean now. That's really sneaky. YouTube gives people their money. Yeah, I think they're doing it because I'm around 3,300 watch hours. I need 4,000 for monetization. I have memberships, but I said I don't want you guys to pay for my channel. I want YouTube to pay for my channel. And so I do look at it. And when I did the 2 verticals, my watch hours hardly went up at all, but my shorts went up. I have 1 short, and nobody's watching it that much. And you can see the views on the shorts, so I know it's not that. So it's going to make it harder for me or longer for me to get monetized. Also, I'm thinking you probably don't get as much ad revenue from shorts as you do a full stream. See? I don't know. I've had premium for so long, I've never even seen the commercials. I don't know how that quite works. Oh, YouTube, they're all trying to figure out how they can keep from paying people. Oh, really, Fluffer? That's good to know. Did y'all hear that? If you go through sptv.space to my link, then you can watch it horizontal when I'm vertical. That's awesome. I'm going to try that on somebody else's channel. Yeah, that's cool. We need all these tips and tricks. Z News, KC is a genius to thank. Okay, thanks, Fluffer. Helps so much for modding too. Yeah, I can imagine trying to mod that. Yeah, cost of living is getting up there because Nashville got really popular and there's a lot of people buying a lot of land. My seizure med kicked in. Oh, that's okay, Psych. You go ahead. They actually give me a seizure med for my pain. I'm on Lyrica. It's weird. But yeah, my daughter used to have seizures in middle school and high school. You go take a nap. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you. Yeah, I was trying to copy and paste the link to have you guys come on, but there's no blank space down here to put it for me to comment. I'm supposed, when I'm on the computer, I can type comments too. So it's different when it's on the phone, I guess. There's no app for StreamYard on the phone. It's only on iPhone right now. But yeah, Fluffer Squirrel and Xenus and Pup Groomer got me into getting creative again. So I'm gonna try to do some craft things at home. I'm for a Christmas present. I'm hungry. Where's Hitzo? She's bringing me a candy bar. I'm always super charged up when I get here because it's about an hour and a half drive, and I make a 30-ounce cold brew coffee with ice. It's probably 20 ounce. And I have a bottle. I make some and I pour some in a bottle for on the way home. So I have a lot of energy. Oh. Thinking seriously about digging into my sandwich. Yeah, I know, Chichikana. I've got all the stuff to make this really big sign. We went to a thrift store and found this tripod that looks like it might have been for a speaker or something. And he's trying to attach PVC pipe to it to make it. What I want is, because they can't see us. Oh, it's backward. This is weird. You know what? Maybe I picked that setting. Hold on. Settings, camera, where'd it go? 2, 3 facing front. Let's try that. Am I mirrored? Nope, still mirrored. It's weird. But yeah, I got the right pad for my alcohol markers. It's because I've ensconced myself on the Chase Lounge in the living room. That's where I film too. I can't get into my craft room right now. It needs cleaned up so much, and I need to bomb for all the spiders. The spiders in Texas. Woo, I had one on my leg in the car. I got a new rental car. Looked like it just been cleaned. I had it, and I don't know if it was a wolf spider or the brown recluse. So I was just like, oh wait. When we lived out in the country, we had a tarantula on our window. We had this centipede that was this long in the driveway. And this was in the 90s. And we had a compact car. And we drove over it with the car tire to kill it because we didn't want to go anywhere near it. And it didn't die. And then my friend, we were renting in a trailer park then because it was really hard to find housing when we got here. It was super overpopulated. But he lived on the other side, and we would walk to each other's houses because you'd have to drive all the way out to the street, cross over, and go in a different entrance. So behind us, what was nice about living out there is our glass doors opened up to a pasture with a donkey and some goats, and there was a big hill. It looked just like all those 50s alien and horror movies. Like, because it's Texas, there wasn't a lot of trees, it was scrub brush. And he goes, and it was dark. He was about to walk home himself. And he goes, what if that's just the baby? Where's the mom? I was freaked out for so long after that. My mom and my stepdad were truck drivers. And she would go sometimes, not all the time, when I was young, back in the 70s. And she came home one time for a trip to Texas. And she said she tried to go in a bathroom and there was jumping spiders in there. You've seen those. They're freaky. They will jump. Literally. Spiders is my kryptonite. I've gotten better since being here for 30 years. The bugs don't wig me out as much. Mirror setting, I don't know. I'm on StreamYard going through Google because it's a website to stream. So, but yeah. So then I was also gonna yeah, it might be some sort of mirror setting. I have 3 on my. Oh, you love spiders. The settings for it. Yeah, our next door neighbors raised tarantulas. They had a whole wall, and I have to say it, they were already weird. Already weird. Had issues with them. It was weird. But he would come over to the fence when I was outside to show me his new and I can't even look at a picture. I'll get a knot in my stomach. I am better though. Pictures aren't so bad if it's not close up. And like movie spiders don't freak me out as much like in Lord of the Rings and stuff. I was okay with those because they were so big, they were weird looking, and they didn't bother me. But I get a lump in my stomach. When I grew up in Texas, I used to catch tarantulas all the time. Yeah, my husband have done it. Yeah, he killed a couple by accident. He put them in an ammo box, and it was airtight, and they died. He didn't get them into the cage fast enough. But he had or no, that was California. We lived in California because in our utility room, he could do whatever he wanted in there. And he took 2 shelves and put plexiglass in the front, had a snake, and then he had spiders. And I was like, after that, please don't bring spiders home. But yeah, my husband, he grew up in a 1 traffic light town back home. And he would go out at night. His parents didn't even know it, just go in the woods all night long. He loves all that stuff. A wall of tarantulas, that would probably freak even me out. I pick up wolf spiders. Oh God, those freak me out. We have those a lot. Grass spiders, black widows. Black widows? Jumpies, orb weavers to relocate. I've never been bitten, only ones. Love them. Oh, okay. Um, don't know about black widows. Yeah, recluses. I had a friend in California. They found out there was a nest in a tree outside, and she got bit by one, and she was like bedridden for like 3 to 4 weeks. So we have to be careful. I think we might have some in our yard. We have a lot of trees. My four puppy, she has allergies, and last summer she scratched herself so bad she had scabs on her until the vet finally said, well, let's try this allergy med. Well, she's itching again. It's like the same time of year, and it seems that stuff that stuff worked. It made her better. She's not as bad, but she's still itching. So I've been supplementing with Benadryl. She's little too. Yeah, don't mess with recluses. Yeah, rattlesnakes. Oh, I know. We've been here 30 years. I have never seen one. Found out there was this park we used to go to with a little tiny waterfall, and found out there's brown water moccasins in it. In the orchard here in Oregon. Really, Oregon is the place I want to go. I have researched it from top to bottom, and I know Eugene and Salem. I want to live there, that area. But my husband, we have to go to a state with good gun laws. He carries. If something happened, there's a reason he carries. So he looks at the gun laws when we want to move. I don't think Oregon's that bad though. There's people upstairs at a cashier. They have a cashier up there. Look. Let me turn it around. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but right there, there's a guy right there, and there's a wall right to the left, and it says cashier. And caught before. I'm sure Pearl Snappy has, but I have never seen it. I'm usually here earlier in the day, and it's not as shady and it's bright. Oh, you know what, Rika? That's the thing I'm most angry about. Back in '93, the base we were on in California, Fort Ord, was closing. And we were supposed to go to Fort Lewis, Washington. I would have loved it there. 3 weeks before we were to move, they changed it to Texas because they had sent too many soldiers there. At the same time, Fort Polk was reorganizing, and something like 4,000 soldiers showed up here in a 3-month period of time in summer, and there was literally nowhere to live. They had people living in tents in August. They had families in one-bedroom apartments, and all the rents had doubled since we got our packet because all these soldiers showed up and there was limited places to live. So I put a deposit down on a duplex that had no air conditioning, no carpet, no appliances, because it was trashed. We were desperate. But then the next day I took what they call the wives can, well, like, I guess they can go on it too. When you're in processing, they take you on a bus tour of the local area. It has boomed so much. It's so much bigger than it used to be. It was so small then. And found out that downtown Killeen from 2nd to 10th Street was off limits to the military after dark. And that's where I put my deposit. I'm like, oh, heck no. And went and got my deposit back because luckily that worked. She had so many people that wanted it. She was fine. Oh my gosh, it does, Linda? Oh my gosh, I loved it there. And I'm so angry because they said they were going to turn the housing over to college. or low income. And I looked on Google Earth a few weeks ago and found out my house is just deteriorated. Nobody's lived there. And it was one of the oldest neighborhoods. But I'm like, they could have sold that for low income housing, and they just let it rot. It was adobe. They were cement on the outside. They were built really well. They were duplexes. And then they had other housing that I didn't look at that they were brand new with solar panels when we left. Oh, I'm angry. I'm so angry about it. I know what you meant. It's okay. The cashier is painted red like the restroom in The Shining. Their cafe is actually these windows right here. It's really nice cafe too. It's called the Heart of Texas Cafe. There was a student that tried to go in there to study. She thought it was open to the public, but they started accosting her about becoming a member. And she came out and talked to me about it. I said, yeah. I go, they want you to buy a book. But yeah, so we ended up in what we called the rat hole. It was a trailer. This was a different trailer park than the second one. It was weekly. Now, 1993, $125 a week. Just, there was one night, they had window air conditioners, but it was still hot. We heard this noise, and my husband gets up, and he's stalking through the house trying to figure out what it was. It was a rat in our vent. And my daughter was 7 months old at the time, 8 months old. And it wigged me out. Luckily, one of his fellow soldiers found a better place, and we were only there a few weeks. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Because the waiting list for on-post housing was 2 years, and we were in on-post housing. So we ended up buying early because that's the only way you could find a decent place to live. So in 95, we bought. Thank God we stayed here. Most of the houses are just sitting empty. It's sad. I agree. We all wish they would do something with it. Well, what I saw, I don't even think my roof was caved in. I mean, we shared the carport. It had a storage room outside, a storage room inside, a huge kitchen. Another thing I thought was weird is the washer and dryer was next to the stove instead of one. We had this big utility room it could have been put in, but it wasn't. It was weird. 2 bedroom, super nice. And they could have sold it for low income housing. I'm just like, oh my gosh, they could have sold those dirt cheap and had a community. Because what happened was the two little towns that bordered the base were going to fail because the 16,000 soldiers left. And oh man, I wish we would have gone to Fort Stewart. I really do. Or Fort the I brought a chair, but I'm not going to get it out unless I have to. I'm kind of waiting to see. Does anybody know what time Pearl Snappy usually gets here on Fridays for the graduation? I can only stay, the latest I can stay is 7 because my husband needs the car by 9. Like I said, it's about an hour and a half, and I got to leave room for an accident. There's always something. And we're in a rental car right now because we got the hail damaged car. Oh, they totaled it. It was originally military housing. Fort Ord? Yeah. Okay, yeah, because it starts at 6:30. I might stay till 6:30 because Hitzel's on her way. And I was told by her and somebody else that we were getting extra people this weekend to protest. So I'm coming early tomorrow too, earlier than usual. I'm gonna try to be here about 11. When Hitzel will be here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she stays pretty late. I can't stay that late. SPTVfoundation.org. Ex-members, they'll help you. You know what? I'm gonna shake the camera, look away. Look away. It's crooked. There we are. It's kind of if you look, it's kind of an incline. So it's flat there and then it starts going down this way. I'm gonna get my chair out. My back is starting to scream at me. This is the broken one. I couldn't find my good one. Oh, my husband always said these up. Dirty. Oh, yeah, not me standing. You can watch me fight with it in the glare. So it's one of those ones that has a table on it. I have a new one. Like I said, my husband kind of always. I need to find something simple than this and smaller. Bring it all the time. Like what? It's more trouble than it's worth. Or yeah, that was the point. Hitzel was texting me, and so was Trish, and we wanted to get a crowd. So I know. I think 6:30 graduation starts. Um, I'll have to get somebody to help me with that chair. But yeah, that's a waste. Let those houses go to waste. In that area of California, there wasn't. There's this little town called Marina. It was tiny, and I know two places I worked at in Seaside are gone, or they were gone like not long after that because they couldn't support them with all the customers leaving. And then that leaves the whole West Coast without a base until you get to the central part of California. You know, there's some in Washington, there's one in Sacramento, and then I think there's a Presidio in San Francisco. But from there to LA, till you get to the naval bases in LA, there's nothing. I know we have mountains down through there, so maybe that's what they were thinking. But I just don't know why they. It was such a cute little base. It was perfect, and we were poor. He was a poor private, so we didn't get to go see all the fun stuff there. SPTVFoundation.org or .com. Oh, we're gonna see a lot of people start coming in. Awesome. Give me something good to say. I can't ever remember when I'm on the spot. Oh, and they came from the right, which is unusual. I'll bet they're going in the side door a lot. You know, it's breezy enough and shady enough. I might end up over there on the corner. Families are going in for these graduations. I realized that all this time I mocked up. That's it. I realized that all this time I've mocked up my reactive mind, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So that's a 10% for me. That's a good short one. See, it's a good one. But I kind of need to keep it short because they're running in the door. I've got to learn that mocked up one though. I don't have the brain capacity I once did. Fibro really messed with my short. I used to read a novel a week. Now I can't concentrate on a magazine article. So Cold water from the cooler. Yeah, the auditing cans. That's a good short one I can use. I may not have bought enough water. I think I only have one more after this. I put it to music, Miss Kim. Tears for Fear. Everybody wants to rule the war colors. I sang it in my Easter Muster. I will go check it out. Muster video. That's good. I like that song. It's a good one. I'll figure that out. I'm trying to get some shorter cadences made. I've sent one to Laura FM and I sent one to Nora, but I forgot. It was months ago. I forgot to go back in and say, hey, I sent you an email because they probably get a lot. So I need to do that and resend it. I sent them the link to the video of the cadence and I typed the whole thing out. And then I typed in, ideas that I have on each line. But, Laura FM is a musician and a singer. And she writes songs. And Nora, she always comes up with funny. I want a more funny one. The only one I had done was a really long one that told a story and it was really long. And my husband said it was too long, so I haven't done it again. And I have my green army shirt that I need to get done. I'm going to paint Xenu's army on it, and I'm wearing my army stuff. And I get them all together, and I get my new sign. Because my new sign is going to be really huge and Velcroed, so I can change out my signs every time I come. One side is permanently the SPTV Foundation, and the other side, I have 5 different colors of poster board. And we have a teacher store in town where you can have poster board laminated. So when I'm done and I bought stencils because my handwriting is crappy. I mean, I had all this planned. I've had this stuff for like a month or two, a couple of months. But my husband's weekends are in the middle of the week and it's hard. I need him to help. And I was going to put one cut out like a star on top that says honk. So they told me I can't do it anymore. Because the day of the opening, they told me I could do that. So, and they'll be able to see it over the cars. That was the whole point. Because most of the time, there's cars parked all behind me, and I'm 5'2", so you can't see me. But it's summertime, and it's late. Classes are over. Man, I can't believe my baby wipes. My hands get, it's hot here. My hands get. You made it here. Oh my gosh, you're here! I looked right at you and wasn't paying attention. Thank you. Look. I'm good. Oh, did you hear Aaron this morning on Natalie? He was begging for this stuff. Oh, no way. Yeah, remember, that's why I told you. He says, I'm begging for I forget what he called it. The stuff they give out. He wants to send it to him. Like that? Yes. Because I think they early started dropping those off. Right, and she got that whole bunch. He wants to go to Clearwater. He wants to go protest and go, here, you want to join our call? Yeah. Yes. He'll pick that whole thing if you guys. If you want me to send it, I'll do it. That's fine. I know. I was like, you sent me the picture. I was like, yeah. No, I was just fine. I had gone the day before and you got the shut down. It's just Cedar Park. Yeah, that's pretty far. She had no idea. She didn't even like. Well, what I'm thinking about doing is one day getting one of those great flyers everybody made up and going back to getting where you were at and walking around myself and hand them out the information because they're spreading out. So you guys, I can't see the camera. Am I centered? I'm on StreamYard, so I can't flip the camera back and forth. Okay. So Cedar Park is north of Austin. It's a suburb. It's a good distance. And Hitzel, where did you go inside? What was it? A donut shop. And they had a whole cardboard holder with a bunch of these sitting on the counter. So these people are traveling to the suburbs to give out. This is the personality test, curious about yourself. And she told me about it. And then like the next day I get a picture on my text. She's like, I just took the whole thing. She just grabbed the whole box and took off with it. And Aaron, he wants to have a bunch of these so he can hand out and go, hey, you want to join our cult? Hey, you want to join our cult? So yeah, any paraphernalia that they give out, he wants a bunch of it. So yeah, that's awesome. So, oh, we got somebody doing chalk tech. Awesome. I can't do chalk tech. I said, if I get down there, I'll never get back up. Yeah. That's what my husband's really handy with tools. And I've been trying to think in my mind how we could make a chalk extender out of something. It'd have to be real stiff and hold it. Because I have an actual teacher chalk holder that's plastic. But yeah, I'm going to back up just a little bit. The other personality test sign isn't out today. Maybe because it's graduation. All right, let me check the chat. Okay, we're not very far. Yay, chocolate. I know, I'm hungry. And when you have a second, I'm trying to open this old janky chair I brought.
Yeah.
This seat right here is to go out.
Okay.
And I tried using my knees, I just don't have the strength.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Like that.
There, yeah, like that.
Are you hydrating?
I'm on my third bottle of water. I bought a cooler finally. So I should have brought. I know it may be broke. So if you can't get it open,
Is it supposed to? How is it supposed to open?
like that, it's supposed to click flat,
Like that.
and then these go on here once it's set, like this. But honestly, that might be enough.
You sure?
Yeah, you can see it's old. And there's a table on it that's
I'm
broke.
trying to figure out if it's
There's
me.
like you get on one side and I'll grab this one.
All right. Got it. I think that might be it. Be careful.
But you know what? I'll try to.
That might be. Well, I don't really know how it works, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't like those chairs that, when you sit at them,
Yeah.
they don't give you good back support. So we buy these ones that are real flat.
I see.
This is an old one. I couldn't find my good one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have brought it at all, but I kind of rolled my ankle on the way to the car. Thank you. That'll be good enough. I need to sit in.
Yep.
Let me get stirred up. This thing needs to go in the trash. It's that bad. I think it might a little, but I'll be fine. Oh, I think I'll be okay. Oh, that feels so good. All right, well, I need to give them some okay, so I'm gonna lower this. Look away, look away, look away. I took a page out of Tori's book. Let's see. That's probably still too tall. Yeah, that's still too tall. I'm messing with the camera, don't look. Okay, we need to go lower. Do this. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Okay, we're pretty low. I don't know how low I want to be. All right. Pretty low, guys. We'll do that. Now I need to use some sanitizer before I eat that candy ball. Yeah. Oh, that thing's pretty expensive. Oh. Yeah, I got So this wallet, yeah, I was telling you about my flip phone. So this wallet magnets to the back, and you're like, oh my gosh, that magnet will fall off. Well, it has these safety chains, and I've actually only knocked it off a couple times, and that was at home. So I've been pretty lucky with it. But when I put it in the holder to film, I have to take it off. I'll give them this past minute. Appreciate them stopping and getting it for me. Let's see, sanitizer. And I know we're crooked. I'm going to fix that in just a second. All right, let's bring this side up a little. Moving the camera like that. Okay. I think we're kind of good. Is that good? I think we're good. Oh, man, I'm sitting on that wallet though. That did not feel good. It feels weird. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm gonna put that picture she sent me from my text. She's like, I get this picture and just her arm holding this box of these, going, I just took them all. She was so good. That was awesome. Let's see. We've seen quite a few people coming in. Oh, I think they went around the corner to the other door because if this is a graduation and a lot of families are coming in, they're going to be, ooh, this is melty. You know what? I'm going to have to put this in the cooler for a little while. It's like liquid. Hold on. I feel like I'm camping anyway. All right, let's put it in there. All right. Let's see. Children cannot consent. Children should not be audited or audit adults. Anywhere but inside Scientology, that's illegal, the things that they talk about. And we know what they talk about. There's too many ex-members out that have told us, and it's disgusting. And you know it is. Okay. Oh, my husband messaged me. Hold on. Oh, hold on. All right, sorry guys. My daughter just messaged me on Messenger. She's getting a raise at work. She needs it. She lives in California. That's awesome. She was getting 15. She was entry level, and now she might get 17 something. That's pretty awesome. She needs it because her and her man broke up, but they're having to live together, and the lease is up. It is not going well. But they have a little girl together too. So plus my other two. So things aren't going well. Hey, it's Trish! How you doing? She brought a Bluetooth speaker. Yeah, I got here about 3:45, but I can stay till almost 7. But then I gotta go. Hubby needs the car. So you're gonna annoy them with that music too? Yeah. Isn't that awesome? Hey. Oh, hubby's on. Hey, hubby. Everybody is tired of waiting for my new sign. We need to get it done. I need it. We're gonna have to get sandbags for it. It's gonna be so tall. It'll be like a wind sail, like a sail. So that's the whole reason I got the cargo wagon, was to fit the tripod and the new sign. It's gonna be huge. Thanks, Chief. Dogs wake you up? Yeah. Is this music too loud, you guys, or is it is it filtering it out a little bit? I don't want to get nabbed for playing it. I'm worried about that. Yeah, me too. So you can hear it? Okay, is it barely audible then? Good. Just let me know if there's ever any problems. I've noticed that my phone is really good at Tom. So I got that janky old broken chair out. I even had Hitzel's husband help me with it. I can't get it all the way open. I'm sitting on it like mostly open. I mean, we tried together. So this thing needs to go in the trash. And I need my good I need to get something that's simpler, actually, something that's not so complicated. Like some sort of smaller chair. I'll have to look around. You know, I could even get a kid's chair, one of those folding kids chairs. We'll get something. We'll figure it out. But I just sat down. Luckily, my ankle held up okay. I didn't hurt it as bad as I thought. Yeah, I was loading up the car, and I rolled my ankle. So I went and grabbed the first chair I could find, and it's the broken one. I don't even know why we still have it. It's horrible. We've had it forever. What am I? Oh, that's the chair. Okay. But it's doable. It's working. Oh, I like that chalk. It looks like Easter eggs. That's cute. No children in Scientology over there. No college students over there. So we got no kids in Scientology. Okay, people. I think he was starting something there. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on with it. I couldn't get it to like lock open, but it's fine. Oh, it is. Can we move the speaker over just a little bit on that side? It's just there. Huh? Can't hear you. No, you can keep it loud. If it's a little bit farther away, I think my phone will cancel it out. You know how noise canceling. No, I want to annoy him, but my phone must have got used to it. Good music though. Out the weather. You know what? I'm gonna break down and eat half my sandwich because that poor Reese cup was liquid. I'm gonna be here at least another hour and 15 minutes. So let's see, we've got 23 still. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you. I always appreciate it. Like I said, never in a million years did I think I was gonna be live streaming. We kind of talked about it a couple years ago when
Each particular time and
we watch a lot of people.
About that. Now, oddly enough, a very high state is the state of need of change.
What was I saying? Image.
Sapiens wonder how they can endure
Oh, it's L. Ron
the
Hubbard.
thing they can't change.
That's awesome. It took me a second to realize it.
The one thing that Scientology can do, and the one thing it does do, is change conditions. And if there's anything that Scientology can do at all,
Tom, did you get Devin's
change the conditions.
message?
Now, used properly, it always improves the condition. If you prove it up, it can worsen conditions. You see, that's why we insist that you right. Change.
That's a lot. $2 an hour. That's an extra $80 a week.
Where the individual can become a Scientologist.
160. That's $320 a month. Pretty good.
Individuals who
Let's tilt up.
have to be coddled, immersed, and
I don't know how Tori does it, but I got this idea from her last night. I was like, you know what?
when they get up to the point where they recognize the
Because what I normally do when I'm sitting is I'll go over there and sit on the bench, but it's too far away. I don't like it. So this is way better. When I get tired.
Thing they do, have to become where the need of change.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. She needs that raise.
I can see that there's some hope.
You can find a cheaper apartment. They're paying,
There's some hope.
and this is in LA. This is kind of inland a little bit.
But there's
Matter of fact, my daughter lives halfway, right in between the gold base in Hemet and the base in Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks? Not positive that's name. Where people thought Shelley Miscavige was, up in the mountains. So from her house, I think I can get to either one in less than 30 minutes. So the next time I go, I was there to help with the baby while she trained for this job. I want to rent a car and go up there and maybe get the. I thought about getting Where is Shelley Miscavige flyers and pasting them all over that town. Yeah.
The individual begins to have.
She used to work at the Olive Garden there. I probably shouldn't say that, but she doesn't work there anymore. Sorry, guys, I'm having my dinner. I couldn't wait. I don't eat in the morning, and usually I go live around 2, and I'm fine because coffee also kills my appetite. So usually I'm hungry on the way home around 5. Well, it's almost 6. So I got this cooler. I was looking on Amazon. I looked on Walmart. It was on sale for $12.88. It was awesome. It's perfect. It holds about a good 4 bottles of water. I'd probably put 5 if I tried. In my sandwich. Yeah, Tom Hitzel chatted with me. Did I want anything from the gas station? I'm like, I have plenty of water, but I could use a candy bar. I was hungry. But that thing is melted into it's a Reese cup. It's liquid. So I put it in the cooler. The ice is still. Hold on. I'm going to turn the camera. So I think I got gas and ice around 12 or 1. Oh, the ice has melted some, but it's still super, super cold in there. So good long time.
Again,
And I'm not in direct sun, which helped.
he gets to adjust that he becomes aware of the fact of a body
So
and that
that's
he's on a body.
my wagon with all my paraphernalia. I love this wagon. It's so awesome. I was wearing a backpack. I was standing here with a gimbal, my cane, and a sign. It's getting difficult. Oh, I see what you thought I said. I don't want to overpay for something fancy. Yeah, that's why I didn't want. We have had soft coolers in the past, and that's all I could find for small when I put in small cooler. And I wanted hard. This is a Coleman. I had a Coleman one this size. They're considered like a 6-pack cooler. It'll hold like 6 cans since high school in '87. Because between work and my before and after school activities, I couldn't go home, so I carried extra clothes and extra food in my car. Oh my gosh, it does. Oh my goodness. The tripod helps tremendously. I know a lot of people walk around, but both my shoulders are bad right now. They need surgery. I've been putting it off. And we've always wanted one for when we load up the camper, because when we went camping, this was before I got the back implant for my pain. Just carrying everything out to the camper, by the time we got to our camping spot, I was toast from carrying everything. So this will be awesome. Oh, it's been awesome. I can just throw everything in there, especially since I got the cooler and the fans.
So there's 2 dolls facing each other in the back. So weird. And like the windows, yeah. So weird.
Here, this is for the candy bar.
Oh no, no way.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I don't care. We're live. It's not like me.
And that is a guide.
Oh, let's go see who's watching us. I'm moving.
Where he first becomes
Wow, where was that?
a Scientologist or Scientologist.
In the car or on the sidewalk? This person in this car? Who was filming us, Trish? Who was it? Who was filming? A car?
We're having
I can film too.
Exclusively on the basis of just the
Hitz was filming too. We're just both filming. I can't wait. Hold on.
The very next statement is that
I can't zoom on StreamYard. Go ahead. I'll come with you. You can find me on YouTube. You don't have to film me. I'm on YouTube. Oh, weirdo. Old lady with shoulder pain. High five. No, I am. I feel old. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish. I'm on YouTube if they want to know what I look like. Not hard to find. Weirdos. So how is everyone today? It's getting to be evening time. I'll save this other half for later. Oh my gosh. When you're hungry, that sandwich tastes so good, and it's just meat, cheese, and bread. and mustard. But what I was doing is I was going on, I'm searching for restaurants in the area and doing a different restaurant every time on the way home.
They say the best for us.
Mm. My office. Oh, it's in my garage outside. Wishing I had a Reese cup right now. Oh my goodness, yes. Stupid F scientists. There are cameras all. I know. So that what are they going to gain? Exactly. And if they don't know who I am by now, they need to up their game. Exactly, Sandy Lee. They're a bunch of fools. Yeah, none of their stuff makes sense, really. He drives a Bentley. I love to say that one, especially because they don't make any money. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know what he looks. Oh, here's some people.
Hey, I'm glad to see Grandpa.
Oh, I want to live this guy now. I don't think it'll be like out.
Hello, sir.
Oh, she's got Will on there too. Children should not be in auditing. It's illegal anywhere else.
I'm like, hey, look at the Scientology.
Yes. She doesn't like to be on camera and stuff, but she comes out. She drives a long way too. Yep. She's got a good sign.
You've seen it.
Yeah, there's good right there.
Oh, you know, a lot of stuff.
Yep. Definitely go check out Mike Brown.
You have this one not open.
Ah, that's a good one. I like your sign. I left my sign on the stick. Our truck had to go in the shop and we unloaded everything except the sign. So I just have this one I was holding. Scientology is a call, ask me why. And a lot of people do. They're like, okay, how is it a cult? And the first thing come out of my mouth is a cult doesn't let you leave. Thank you, Chi. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what my new sign is going to. This was something I don't even know why I kept it. I literally ran over and got poster board and markers one day when I first started, the week before they opened. Because I was by myself, no sign, and I wasn't filming, or I wasn't live. So I just looked like somebody standing there doing absolutely nothing. So that worked out really well being near campus.
And also we have a California.
But yeah, we've got quite a crowd. I think Hitchell and him, they're going around. They're around the corner. I first started my live. If you want to see later on, I usually come from the other direction, but I decided to come around the back today. And you can see there's a door over there, but it has metal stairs. And I wondered why I never saw anybody coming in and out except people on scooters or walkers or canes. And that's why they've been going in. It wasn't until Farrell Cheryl was here and Liz Ferris and everybody that I found out about that. I didn't even think about it. SPTBfoundation.org. I know, Susan, I have. And that's pretty cool. I like it. It's kind of dropped down because there's so many less students. I hardly see anybody now. But I'm still going to come all summer until the classes are back.
Well, let's get on with the Congress here. How about reading in my notes, huh?
Oh, I gotta watch my percentage. I got my battery backup. I might have to hook up if I stay. I've had the phone last me 3 hours in the past. Just right about then it was like 7%. So I probably won't need it. I should leave at 6:30. I'm waiting to see who might show up. I know Pearl Snappy might be here. So I just want to say hi to everybody and then I'll probably go. But I appreciate everybody that stuck around. That's awesome. Because I know it takes a lot to be a supporter of a channel who just sits there and films the door and talks. But I do it, you know. That's the thing, though. I get so out of touch with the big streamers because I'm like, okay, you've got 300 people in your chat. Corn Freak has 7, or Pup Groomer, so I'm gonna go there. So I just don't get to keep up unless Natalie talks about it or something. So I've been throwing around the idea of. I know that the Discord they use it for that. I don't want anything to do with something like that. I did try to start a Facebook group. For some reason the link didn't work, and I keep forgetting to go back in and check. Like when I get home, I do a brain dump. I'm like, no more Scientology for a while.
Even as a small child begins to develop an especially tenderness for his mother.
What is he? Are you hearing this? Yeah, Sandy. Well, I like everybody. I do. But you know, we got to help the new channel, or newer channel. People helped me. People promoted my channel. So, do you hear this L. Ron Hubbard bullcrap he's talking about? He's talking about small children and their sex. And they think it's, I'm listening to what he's saying. It's ridiculous.
I just wanted to get him.
Oh, don't forget, Sunday is Fun Day with Dianetics. I looked at the next chapter. It seems to be not quite as dry and boring as what we've just been reading.
Obviously, psychology should tell us a great many things which we should be.
Oh. I don't like when other streamers are being trashed in their chats. I don't either. All the protesters motivate me in one way or another. Yeah, well, that's how I was watching. I literally created my channel, but then I realized I did it on my personal one. So I had to make a new one. But I was literally watching the TikTok crew before they completely shut down. Well, maybe they had. I don't know. It was like January or February because I knew this place was opening. I knew I was going to come down. And they inspired me, the first group, you know, that was out there, and William and all them. False or twisted context. I know. He just made up his own. Reading this Dianetics, you know, the whole point was just curiosity. I wanted to see what he wrote. I wanted to see how, and I wanted to see why so many people in the 50s, 60s, 70s, before the internet especially, or before mental health was mainstream as it is now. You know what? And there were some chapters that made sense, but now I understand why there was Dianetic centers to give classes, because you got to have a class to freaking understand some of that stuff. Well, and that's the other thing, too, Chi. That's why when somebody would mention something, even if it wasn't negative, if they just meant it, some info that I hadn't heard, I've learned on the internet through Facebook not to pass on information as fact until you check it out. I mean, there were some things out there that my husband believed that Mr. Rogers was a sniper in the army. I mean, that went around. That was way, way long time ago when like Facebook was new and stuff. And so I didn't believe none of that stuff because we passed it on and reshared. So if I get information in the chat, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I gotta check that out. And that's the way everybody should be. I love chilling with the smaller channels. Yeah, I know. Me too. Wolf Machine. Wolf was my maiden name, by the way. They called me Wolfie in elementary school. Exactly, she makes me sick, or they egg on the streamers to do stupid shit. Yeah. I'm glad, you know, I think we've kind of moved beyond it as much as we can. And I'm just hoping that those people can, you know, at least get along. I mean, they don't have to stream together or even stand next to each other.
Here we got all of the former schools.
I know, but sometimes people sneak out to make an enemy. Oh yeah, I know. I saw that. I didn't know the context. I only saw a minute of it, a couple minutes of it, and all I knew was this guy was yelling at and DOA. I think it was DOA's channel, and I was like, I've heard the name. Is it LVC his name? What does that stand for, by the way? Hey, Resident Evil. I love those movies. I love action movies. Yep. Thank God it's Friday. It's not Friday for me. My weeks are weird because my husband's works nights and his weekend is like Tuesday and Wednesday. It's weird. I know. I just don't understand what that guy thought. You know, if I were you, and you're probably already on top of this, did you watch all the legal stuff going on? I would definitely, I hope you reported it, that he came. And if he ever comes back or anything like that again, I don't know if you can trespass them when they're not there. I think they have to be present. But you can actually trespass somebody without the police. My husband does it all the time. He memorized the code, the penal code. And if you say under penal code, such and such, you are no longer welcome here. You have been trespassed. If you come back, you will be jailed. Something like that. And he does it all the time. And as long as you have it on camera, it counts. They are officially trespassed. Yeah, I'm glad you're safe now too. What? Oh, me neither. I know it stands for something. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, me too, Susan. But yeah, we're waiting. I've never been here one time I think I was here this late. Because I usually never see Pearl Snappy. Because I come, and by the time I leave, she comes like late afternoon on other days. So I like it to the point that we cover the org for, twice the amount of time. But I don't always know what's going on, and if people are visiting, or sometimes I find out at the last minute. And I need 90 minutes at the minimum. I'm getting a sore throat, you guys. I don't know if it's allergies or just maybe there's dust in the air. So anyway, yeah, I need 90-minute minimum to be here. Blairsville, Georgia. I lived in Atlanta, and I was stationed at Fort Gordon during some of my training. But my son was actually born in Atlanta. But I was only there about 6 months, and it was 88. Atlanta froze over. Now I'm from the north, so I didn't think it was a big deal. But they said no, this isn't normal. Oh, what are you saying there? Being brought in. I wonder if they're on niacin. Oh God, I hope not. I accidentally took niacin one time. I bought this apple cider vinegar, or was it amino acids? No, I think it was a bottle of amino acids, and it had niacin in it. And there was some health reason I was gonna drink it, and I drank it, and I thought I was going to die. My skin flushed red. It hurt. It felt like a horrible sunburn. My heart raced. I called the 1-800 nurse on base and told her what was going on. And she's like, oh, that's a niacin flush. I'm like, this is normal? She said, yes. And I was like, I never touched niacin again after that. Oh, Blue Ridge, Georgia. I even told my husband, we're still trying to find a cooler state to go move to. I can't live the rest of my life in Texas. It's too hot. We've been here 30 years. I said, northern Georgia I really liked. I actually lived in Austell, which was a suburb. I didn't realize how much niacin is in my favorite energy drink. Be more conscious. Yeah, I think a little bit is okay. It just depends on how many you drink. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've always wanted to go because we didn't live either place very long. So they never got to see like where they were born and stuff. Let me see if my candy bars are solid. I like my chocolate from the fridge. Ooh, it worked. It's not liquid anymore. That's awesome. Wasn't sure if it'd be cold enough in there, but I guess it was.
Basic reduction unit, and therefore we are starting with an assumption. We have a basic assumption in Scientology. This subject starts from somewhere. That's brand new. Realize it's
Okay.
brand new. It doesn't start from.
I was there a long time ago. It was in '88. I liked Austell. I used to go driving and get red clay all over my car.
Starts with the final thing to get actually one. All right. Now we say this thing called thinking is capable
I like Georgia. I like Tennessee, and I like Oregon. I told him I'd go anywhere north as long as it's cool. We want to go full time in our travel trailer. I'm like, I'd be happy to go to Canada for summer. Hi, how are you doing?
Good. I met you at the grand opening. I'm not sure if you remember me.
I do. I don't remember your name though.
Cassidy.
So therefore,
Okay.
a Christian religion cannot possibly be true.
I'm Kim.
And they lose all
That's
kinds of
awesome.
words that way.
I'm usually not here this late, but
You have a drive, right? A drive back, don't you?
yeah, and my husband works at
Somebody
night,
saying is
so I have to leave by 7 to get him in the car. Yeah, we have other cars, but we had one that got hail damage.
something set up over here.
Then he hit something, so 2 of our cars are in the shop, and the third one still needs. Because we pay them off and we keep them. Yeah. So you're constantly fixing. Yep. Yeah. So, matter of fact, what was funny, we paid this truck off on June like 5th, and he goes to work in the dark, and he was driving to Waco from where we live, and he hit something. He practically went on 2 wheels. He had no idea what he hit. It ripped off our running board. So when in the morning he went back to find the running board, it was a semi truck tire still in the rim. The whole tire had blown off a truck in the middle of the road. And so we thought it was just a little bit of damage, but it's a lot more than we thought. So it's getting fixed. They totaled the car that got hail damage, but we're going to keep it anyway and fix the windows and stuff because it's worth fixing. So we're going to do some of the repairs ourselves. I couldn't believe they totaled. It is an old car, but it's on a loan.
Sometimes folks do that.
Yeah. Well, it didn't pay off the whole loan.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll just finish paying whatever we left off and just fix it. But my son drives that car a lot.
Halfway through a
Yeah.
payment split.
Oh, let me see.
Through, coming out from under the cloak.
Oh, my birthday's in March too.
You have a terrible feeling of being exactly no one.
SPTVFoundation.org.
It's so funny they try to shut the door.
Sometimes if they come up and they pull it hard, but as soon as something else in there opens, you can tell it'll push it open. Yeah. Freeloader debt is not enforceable outside because a church cannot collect on church services. I know, right? They're like, yeah, they don't want to hear Elron. They might get pneumonia and die.
Somebody else is saying he was something. And he goes around still trying to say, I am necessary. Somebody has to.
But yeah, we were talking about, I've been reading Dianetics on Sundays, a chapter at a time, and we were talking about it because listening to him talk, oh my gosh, it's so, either it's something simple that we already know and he makes it complicated, I literally took like a paragraph he read or a couple sentences and put it in Chat GPT. Said, make this simpler, and it was like half the size and made more sense. He just had so many ridiculous. He wants to sound smart, so he uses a lot of big words.
Patient chips as people came on, you know. And people
But I know to see makes me sick to see young adults go in. Yes. Settler, I hate Scientology. Yeah, I try not to hate the people inside because, in essence, a lot of them are victims, mostly of their parents putting them in or their grandparents. So I can't get angry at them. They're just like the people we know that, like Natalie and Mike Brown and Laura and Aaron, that have got that eventually get out. So I'm hoping that the things that we say might put that seed in their mind and might help, because that's what makes me come, because people like Nora said, yeah, something a protester said stuck in my mind. Tori too. Tori was asked, why can't you read certain books? And that stuck in her mind. Parents did to me. Oh, Settler, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, he was a scammer. So much of what he says, because I'm older, World War II and the Holocaust, we got taught that a lot. We got a lot of information on that. And then as an adult, I watch a lot of history documentaries. I actually recently watched a 2-part one on his girlfriend and who she really was. And because he was in World War II and he heard the propaganda and he saw what was going on, I know that dude Adolf, L. Ron Hubbard, took a lot of information from that guy's propaganda, because that guy mind controlled so many people, and he did it by isolating people, propaganda, telling one group that the other people are less, telling them to hate them, and they did. What does that sound like? Bye, Chi. Thanks for staying so long. I appreciate the chat. That was fun. That's fine. Yep. Well, if I ever come, because it's expensive right now, it'll probably be fall. I don't want to go when it's hot. If I come, I'm going to let everybody know. Maybe we'll do a brunch or something. We can meet up. That'll be fun. Yeah, I don't think like my grandkids are in middle school, and I don't even think my kids who are in their 30s really learned as much about it that I have. I think I learned a lot because I was in Navy ROTC in high school, and we learned a little bit about wars and stuff too. Like I said, I watched a lot of history, and I got into this one channel. I might, if you guys are interested, I'll put it on my community tab. But they have like all these documentaries on the NIZIs. I don't want to say it out. His girlfriend. That was very interesting to find out more about her. I didn't know she was 17 when they met. I did not know that. And they talked about her behavior. She sounded like she was bipolar or manic depressive, what we used to call it. She actually threatened to unalive herself if he left her. So she was all in on that relationship. Hey, Brian, what's up? I'm staying longer than usual because we got extra people. And I think I came during a graduation one time for like a few minutes, because I left and went and got dinner and then saw that Selfless and Pearl was here. This is a while back. And so I stopped back by again just to say hi. I don't ever get to see Pearl Snappy because we come at different times of the day. But it's fine. We got all kinds of people here today. Hitzel and her husband are around the corner at the side door. Yeah, she's got L. Ron Hubbard on a speaker right now. And I've always said, I've said this many times, being that when he was in World War II and he saw what happened in Germany and how this man, with just his rhetoric, made at least half a country hate another half of the country. And some of them thought what they were doing was okay. And you're like, well, how? How did he do that? Well, we're seeing it right now in Scientology. The KRs, the snitching on each other. You know that was going on then. I've read a lot of stories about it.
And we consider
I don't know how to bring it back. Hey, it's Chad. All right. Man, I stay later. I get all kinds of new people. I'm usually gone by now.
97 cents for the chemistry, the Army says.
I have done that as well. Yeah, it happens. If you guys get like blocked or your comment gets deleted or something, just email me and I'll figure that out how I can put it back up. I know there's a way. I don't get the trolls when I'm horizontal. I get the trolls when I'm vertical because I'm in so many people's chat. I don't understand people that see your live stream in their shorts and come on and be jerks. How much does your life have to suck that you've got to come on to somebody you don't know and be a jerk?
If you're shooting,
I'm just like, I feel sorry for people like that sometimes.
and big enough needles, they're blocking enough.
They don't make me mad though. I don't know them. I don't care. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I only bring the sandwich. I never think to bring like snacks because I'm usually not on here this long.
That's all. Well, that's one way of making it.
Definitely bring in my chair next time. This is awesome. Luckily, my ankle didn't roll as bad as I thought. I thought I wouldn't be able to stand at all, but it's okay. Oh, it's Ruth from Canada. Oh, I was just talking about Canada. I was like,
In this subject,
because we're trying to talk about what we're gonna do when he's fully retired.
believe this or not, point is,
I'm like, I want to go somewhere cool in the summer. I'm tired of 100 and something degrees every summer.
which is desiring.
I didn't ever expect to be in Texas 30 years. I'm like, you know what? Let's just take the camper to Canada for the summer, as far north as we can possibly go. I'm good. Some people say they chase the 70 when they're full-time RV. I'm chasing the 60. When I lived in California, where I lived, I didn't have shorts. It was in the 60s all the time. It was weird. They put the base there on purpose because it was foggy all the time and it covered the base from air raids. Burlington. And a lot of new
I would
people.
just say they'll last forever.
Yeah, if my battery holds up, I'm good right now.
Joe is doing them.
I'm gonna stay till
And
7.
put them out of sight. And we have reacted.
As long as there's no accident, I can get home in a good time for my husband to leave.
He makes a picture of it, shows it behind. That's where we get empty behind.
Yeah. We were talking about my daughter moved from Texas to Cali, which is weird because everybody's leaving Cali and coming to Texas. But she grew up in a military town. Ended up being a man. His whole family is in California. Now he wasn't military. His dad came to the area and opened a bar
In psychology, they
to
said
have
that
him run
only
it
morons
for a
and
few
little children
years.
did because the
So it's
psychologist
cheaper here than
himself
California to
wanted
open a business.
But he was still doing it.
I don't
He was
know.
doing it somewhere else where it was not visible.
A bunch of us were at the Hamilton location on Sunday and had the cops call us. I think I saw that. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw
It contained
A few minutes of it somewhere.
a record, evidently, of everything that had ever happened to the
I
person.
don't know
The
because
person was just
they had the money to get the frosting on the door because Pearl Snappy gets here and she's here after dark sometime, and you could see inside. So they put those stripes on the door, the frost. They haven't fixed the door.
They can not look at it. Pretty good. And you got
What they call for?
these pictures.
Was it trespassing or noise?
You can anybody
General dislike?
sometimes they get into
Right.
Mm-hmm.
can't create.
Yep. Totally is.
Although they can still make pictures, obviously they're still creating this.
They will follow you the rest of your life if once you give them your information. There's people that have moved and 30 years later they're still contacting them. If you want them to not contact you, just tell them that you're with SPTV and you're with the protesters and they will take you off the list. Awesome. Thank you. Or just say, well, I'm a protester. That's all you got to say is you're anti-Scientology and they'll take you off. Yep. Pretty puppy. Just walking around with a beer. I don't think that's allowed, but.
The funny part of it is, everybody does this. Everybody does this.
Oh, 708.
And in psychology, they said that only morons and little children did because the psychologist himself no longer could.
I don't even know what he's trying to say
But he was still
on
doing
the
it.
thing she's playing.
He was doing
Sandy, talk tech, and someone rang the doorbell because they had a relative in that location. I want to see.
it.
Oh, yeah. I remember the chalk discussion a little bit about that. So is it illegal there? I know it's different everywhere. Like we can't do flyers here. We can't put flyers on the pole. But they're okay with the chalk. But
Pretty good. And you got your unconscious mind.
well, having this chair makes this super fun. I know what you meant. It's sad when they have relatives in and they can't find them. Got. I'm gonna hold my sign. People are coming by. I had a smaller sign. I walked around campus one day with a small sign and I found out somebody told me we weren't allowed to go on campus with signs. Thank goodness nobody said anything. No, I can't type. Oh, I get it. I understand. It's hard. My daughter, she's been texting since she was like 12. I'm still not very good at it. I'm still one finger typer sometimes. Lolo. They handed me for 40 years, 2 different countries. I told them I used psych drugs, had a federal felon arrest, and had a therapist. They still called for years. It was Laura's dad who called. Oh my goodness, Lolo. That is ridiculous. Wow. Wow.
Lousing himself. That's the fact.
That's got to be weird, them hounding you like that.
What does he do here?
It'll creep me out.
He doesn't.
My answering machine, or I should say voicemail. It's not answering machine anymore. My voicemail, I use my craft name business, which is not an LLC or anything like that. It's just something I made up. So I answer with that. So I rarely get telemarketers call me because if it's a business, they have to take you off their list. My husband's phone rings all day because he answers with his name. I said, make up a business name and put it on there. You think? It was finally Cece who got them to stop. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Wow.
You say something said something about it.
Oh,
I
he's
didn't say it. I know it never did. When is the start?
they might let you.
If they love the community, they will let
Yeah.
He's
He wants to go use their bathroom. I know there's a homeless guy or trans. I don't know if he's homeless, but he's got mental illness because I was starting my live last time. Nope, they don't. Wouldn't let anybody use the bathroom. But I guess they let him come in and they give him stuff to eat sometimes and stuff. They're safe pointing neighborhood people.
We could say this mind is divisible into a simple picture and a complex picture.
Besides the calls, there's endless mail from Florida to England. Oh my gosh.
And the simple picture delineates a scene, but they're all pictures. And they are all created. And this is the
I've never
one
been
thing
stalked
we'll
by
never
anybody
solve.
like that.
That is a secret just between ourselves. One thing you must not tell me is that they are responsible for themselves personally. All
Well, I'm definitely coming tomorrow too, and I'm coming early, like
that you must not tell
11,
me.
because I think Pitzel said she was
I
coming
well
at
remember
11:30.
1952 when
I
I
have
wrote
to get up
advanced
early.
procedures and
Oh, it's gonna be
axioms
hard.
to put a section in it.
I sleep. I go to bed late because of my husband's night schedule. If I want to spend time with him on his weekend, we're up till 4 in the morning, and then that puts me off schedule for a week.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
So and that's why it's hard for me to come early. I can feel I'm getting. You know what? I need coffee. I don't have I have a bottle of coffee I brought. It's supposed to be for the ride home. I think I need it now. I'm losing my energy. So I made this. It's a cold brew. A little bit of almond milk, not a lot. And some, I don't use white sugar at all. I use honey or coconut blossom sugar. It's not palm blossom.
Responsibility zone.
It's supposed to
Responsibility in itself is a tremendous
affect your glycemic index
That's
less.
one thing you must not
They also showed up at my house twice. I know. Okay, now that is creepy. Totally creepy. Sorry for you. Oh, that tastes good. That cooler is keeping this is the first time I put regular ice in it. The first couple times what I did is I took a half a bottle of water and I put that in the freezer. Then my husband made me Ziploc baggies, ice packs, because we froze them flat so they wouldn't take up a lot of room. And it worked. It was cold because I could pour another bottle of cold water into the one with ice. Ooh, that made me dizzy. Whoa. Maybe I shouldn't drink coffee. I've had plenty of water, had my blood pressure. I'm breathing fine.
Nevertheless, it is evidently
I
true
need more
that
sugar in it.
willingness to be
Or else
responsible
it's because I just ate a candy bar. It tastes good.
coordinates with sanity, and total unwillingness
Is that
to be
too loud for you guys?
coordinates with aberration. We get irresponsible.
I'm only going to be here about 20 more minutes. I was waiting for Pearl Snappy, but she might not be coming tonight.
That this individual gets all this.
So
If he'd only be well.
I'm losing because I know Friday night all the big streamers are streaming. I tried to do that one time and I was like, oh, that was a mistake. Ruth, keep it coming, Miss Kim. Let me hope for an end to this and all call soon from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Thank you, Ruth. Me too. I never thought I would be an activist, but I am. And I don't care if anybody watches the channel or any of that. I'm still going to sit here, stand here, whichever, with my sign. At least
Anyway, that's something.
we can maybe get a seed into the people inside to come out, or we educate new people.
Shooting people wasn't
I do that a lot.
dying wasn't either. Then somebody came along and said, "You can trust me, man. We're going to."
And I can feel
we're going to
so
make
good.
something
So I've been
really
streaming
good. Somebody else
2 hours and 49 minutes. That's pretty long for me. I've gone 3 hours before. It's rare.
And I didn't dare say you're responsible for doing so much.
So what was funny is I called them this morning, the rental car people. I said, look, somebody smoked in this car and I can't do it. My husband tried to Lysol it, but when it's so hot here that it just kind of makes it come out, and I can't handle it for not for 3 hours. So I went, she's like, okay, we can. I'm like, I just need something with a trunk because my husband's gear, he doesn't want it to be visible. She's like, okay, I got you in another same exact car. Same exact car, same exact color. And it was parked in the same spot that the one we rented a few days ago was parked in. I'm like, oh, this is weird. And I liked the car. I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm good. Oh my God, that's loud. And he's speeding. People like that give motorcycle riders a bad name.
The main thing they would tell you is this department is not responsible for that.
I hate to start packing up and just miss. I'm trying to wait for Pearl Snappy and Selfless to
I
come.
didn't report my income tax exactly last year because I hadn't received all of the income and I still owe quite a few bills, but I didn't know the bills were. I didn't know how much I had incurred. The Internal Revenue System. That's not
David Miscavige
your income tax.
drives a Bentley and gets Italian handmade shoes. And Sea Org makes $50 a week.
Except the other day I was running down.
Make that make sense.
The guy started up the light. And the light was red.
Oh, I've heard somebody was either reading off like OT3. They call it the wall of fire, I guess. I got to get my hands on that so I can read it off. I'm sure it's online somewhere. Oh, somebody messaged me. Who was that?
I usually person get it, but it happens to be true. And Bonnie's very good at testing it.
Oh. Gosh, did I? Are you there? Did I disappear? I don't usually answer messages. I have Do Not Disturb on. Somebody said I must have okayed certain people. I told her I was live. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. Yeah, I want to read off the OT3 level so they can think, oh, well, I'm not getting pneumonia and dying after hearing it. Angel Thunder. No. Well, I know we got out at 4 a.m. Are you talking about Aja's attacker? Assuming.
There's this wonderful factor of irresponsibility versus
I know they said he was only in jail until 4 a.m. Elaborate. But I think I know what you mean. But charges dropped, that'll piss me off. Alright, but are we surprised? Oh, well. Yeah, we know. But, you know, at least they actually did the arrest and he had to sit in jail till 4 a.m. That's, to me, that's a win compared to everything else. I was waiting for them to arrest Aja, you know? So I'm just happy they did their freaking job for once. I can't wait to get his mugshot. I'm going to put it on my community tab. But yeah, I didn't see it. I came in when Tori showed up, and I saw the two cop cars behind Tori, and I'm like, I was joking. I said, "What? They get there before you now, so they ready to arrest you?" I didn't know something was going down. James, he got the royal treatment, while Scientology critics get their shoulders broken and spend days in the cage for life. Yeah, we know, James. We know. That's why we're out here. We're out here trying to change the narrative. To get, oh, that feels so good. We're staying out here with our signs, hoping somebody listens and somebody sees it and it gets out to the world more. That's all we can do at this point. We need to do some mass emailing campaigns too to some places because we need to do it in mass. Because just posting it and hoping people do it here and there isn't enough. We've got to do it like a coordinated effort, either the city or, you know, the IRS or the DOJ, whoever. And we need to try to get together and do it all at the same time. So they're like, okay, there's all these thousands of people. What the heck's going on? It must be something. That's what I see we need to do. And like I said last time, everybody wants us to contact like KTLA, like these big stations. No, they're not going to go against the LAPD. They're not. What we need to do is go after these small channels or newspapers, like I talked about Corsicana, Texas. It's some town, and I think it's East Texas. And they've got all this positive Scientology stuff, press releases and stuff in their paper, a lot. Because now the problem is it used to be a newspaper only had so much room. So they could only do so much. Now they can put all kinds of crap on their online public, but they can publish online. So now they're not limited and they'll put whatever out. And if Scientology sends them a press release, they're going to put it out. They don't care. That's who we need to go after. We need to go after these small newspapers and news agencies that aren't even around Scientology and start working there and working our way out. Because if Scientology is in the area, they may already have their hooks in. When Hitzel first got here, she was in Cedar Park, which is north of Austin. It's a suburb. It's a good distance from here. She went into a donut shop and there was a box of Scientology pamphlets. These right here. Hold on. So what I want to do, so just sitting on the counter, I don't know, sorry, if they knew somebody there. Sorry, I'm moving the camera, guys. Sorry. I kicked it. Anyway, she went back the next day and just grabbed the whole box. So I was like, good for you. So what I want to do is print out some flyers anytime we can. So they're going far and wide around Austin. So we need to go far and wide. So I'm going to print out some flyers and I'm going to hit all the suburbs, Cedar Park, Pflugerville. Trying to think. My brain's not working. Anyway, there's a bunch. Do that one day. Guys, I'm gonna have to sign off. Those 4 bottles of water just hit me. Like right now. So I've been here 3 hours, so I think that's good. So I will see you guys. Oh look, they're reading the talk tag. Oh, I thought they were Scientologists reading the talk tag. All right, y'all. You guys, I'll be back tomorrow, man, 11:30 ish. And have a good Friday night. Bye, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Try that again.
One man in the
And-
world who never believed he was mad as a matter.